During a session, it's very common for clients to start talking about a new topic, and the conversation moves in a whole new direction. How do we refocus the client? How do we bring that client back to center? My name's Dawn Clifford, and I'm a nutrition and public health professor, a motivational interviewing trainer, and one of the authors of this book, Motivational Interviewing in Nutrition and Fitness. In today's MI tip of the day, I want to talk about refocusing, inviting the client back to the center. The focusing process is one of the 4 processes of MI. Again, engage, focus, evoke, and plan. And in the focusing process, we simply invite the client to select a behavior change they'd like to focus on. Well, what happens when the client starts bringing up other topics? It's tempting to sort of follow the client around on these different topic journeys. I encourage you to invite the client to refocus. So let's say, for example, that the client decides that the one change they'd really like to focus on making is cooking more meals at home. And let's say midway through the session, the client brings up physical activity and how the client would like to be more physically active. It's okay to say, gosh, at the beginning of today's session, you brought up the importance of meal planning for you. And now I'm also hearing some enthusiasm and interest in taking a look at your physical activity patterns. Both of these topics seem to matter to you. I'm curious today for our session, which topic would you be most interested in exploring? So again, you can't cover it all within one session. So this question is just an invitation to the client to see if you can get the client to focus on what is most important. And it's absolutely fine if the client says, yeah, I was thinking meal planning, but now that I think about it, I think I'm more ready to address physical activity. It's absolutely fine to sort of switch the focus of the session midway. It's just a good idea to do it more with intention and really invite the client to recognize, okay, we were talking about this topic and now it's sounding like this topic is more important. So let's switch gears a little bit. Now, sometimes the client just simply starts talking and moves completely off topic. And that's okay, right? And we want to be compassionate and acknowledge that they have important stories to tell and stories they'd like us to hear. And so as clients maybe move a little off topic, listen to their stories, but also in the essence of time, invite them back to the focus of the session. So you could say something like, gosh, it sounds like that was a really traumatic experience for you. Tell me a little bit about how that experience relates back to the topic that we've been discussing, which is physical activity, right? So simply acknowledge, validate, reflect what you hear, but invite the client to relate what they're talking about back to the topic at hand. So those are a few refocusing tips, and this has been your motivational interviewing tip of the day.